1,000 security personnel, guards, police, and military are stationed on site. Inmates are assigned to one of 8 sectors. The director tells me
3 different task force: guards, military, and police.
Inmates, once they're inside one of these sectors, they never leave. Everything is done within, including doctors, as well as legal visits or court hearings. Each sector holds more than 2.
Bro, you heard that? They never leave the building, ever. No yard, no nothing. Programs, which I'm sure is like chapel services. They ain't mentioned school. I doubt they got school. But legal visits, all that is within the building. No outside, no sun. Bro, that's torture.
24 large cells. Roughly 80 inmates per cell, but it can fluctuate.
Okay, yeah, 80, not over 180. That's still, bro, that's a lot, dog. And they're sleeping side by side on the metal racks, bro. That's crazy.
Most bear the markings of the gangs that held this nation hostage for decades, committing brutal acts of violence.
You gotta kill people, you gotta rob, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive.
You have to do those things.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
And if you didn't do those things, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't be a gangbanger.
We meet 41-year-old Marvin Vasquez, shackled and heavily guarded. What gang were you part of?
MS-13.
And do you have any gang affiliations?
Yeah, I'm tattooed up.
I feel like that was such a dumb question. He was going to ask me if he was in the gang. He told him, yes, MS-13. Then he asked the same question. Is he gang affiliated?
What is this?
Crazy criminals. Say crazy criminals. Yeah, I made this clique in 2011.
You made the clique?
Yeah.
You were a gang leader?
Yeah.
What is it like to...
Bro, they got such weird... Oh my gosh, you made the clique. So you were the gang leader. Oh.
To live here?
No disrespect.
It's
no
probably...
disrespect. No disrespect. I'm just clowning.
Not a hotel 5-star, but they give you the 3 times the food. They give you some programs. You go to...
Yo, I couldn't see the trays, but it looked like they had some all right portions.
You go to...
Let's see. Let's look at it real quick. I'm sorry, I just want to look at this food real quick. See, look at that. That looks like a full tray, man. And I think that's beverage. Yeah, it's got to be like their drink. I don't think it's soup. Maybe that is soup.
3 times the food. They give you some programs. You go to do exercise.
Ejercicio nosotros lo podemos repetir siempre.
Some church religion programs too.
All right, so they get to do PT, personal training. They get some chapel services. That's dope. Praise God.
But that's limited to just 30 minutes a day. The other
30 minutes a day. 23 and the other 23 and a half hours is the rest on lockdown. 23 and 1. Crazy. Shout out to my dog, 23 and 1. Dang, bro, that's crazy.
23 and a half hours, they're kept inside and locked up. For inmates who get violent with other prisoners or guards,
Confinement.
we're going to close the door. I just want to get a sense of...
He told him to close the door. He wants to get a sense of it. Man, tell him to put you in the cell block for 24 hours. And the police will be like, look, man, we got you. No one's going to hurt you if he wants to get a full experience. But look, they don't got no lights in there, bro.
Wow. Solitary confinement awaits. The only light you get is through this hole. And they can be in here for 15 days, potentially. All right, I'm ready to get out.
All right, bro, that's crazy. All right, so obviously, like in the States, in the U.S., you can be in confinement, 60, 90. You can be like in confinement for years, as far as like CM, controlled management. You could be in a cell by yourself for literally 20 years, bro. Probably the rest of your life. People do it because they just don't want to be around people, and they kill people, or they, attack officers, whatever. They just never get out of controlled management. Confinement, the shoe, whatever you want to call it. But here, bro, they don't got no lights. So that's got to be insane mental torture, bro. And that's why he only said 15 days potentially. Because I'm sure this after maybe 2 days, dog, you be losing your mind. Bro, you want to test your mental capacity? Bro, that right there has got to be torture. That is inhumane, bro. Shout out Unlock the Box, man. Stop the humane injustice of solitary confinement.
Critics point specifically to the prison's strict control and isolation of inmates, calling it a violation of human rights. The director brought up that a lot of folks will raise concerns from a human rights perspective and an abuse of human rights, that he's calm hearing that because he sees it day to day, the process they go through to maintain, as he sees it, proper punishment. While you're cut off from society here, whispers of life on the outside make their way in.
I've heard about it, that it's a new El Salvador, it looks different.
That new El Salvador has emerged under President.
Everyone's got their opinion, bro. The warden himself said he views it as proper punishment. People fail to realize, dog, like, I'm not saying like this is a universal stamp for everybody, but bro, people make one bad decision, bro. It happens. And then be punished for the rest of your life at that capacity is crazy. But this guy's been locked up forever. He's talking about if he hears that the country's a new El Salvador.
Nayib Bukele, who took office in 2019 and declared a controversial state of emergency more than 2 years ago. It sparked an aggressive crackdown on crime. We see that firsthand as some 2,500 police and soldiers deploy into one neighborhood. It's going to go on through the night for however long it takes for them to root out any suspected.
Bro, that's crazy. 2,500 soldiers are just sweeping neighborhoods to look for suspected criminals. I wonder how many people just get caught up and accused of being gang affiliated that got no ties whatsoever.
Criminal elements. Late last week, as the U.S. State Department lowered its travel advisory for El Salvador, citing a significant reduction in crime, it also warned that Bukele's emergency measures allow authorities to arrest anyone suspected of gang activity and suspends constitutional rights.
Bro, did you hear that? It allows the government, that law that they passed for the police, military, whoever, to arrest any suspected criminal. That means they can just say that they think that you're in the gang and they're gonna arrest you, but that's crazy. My bad for the ads.
Hola, Juan Carlos, yo soy David.
Juan Carlos tells me he was wrongfully held for 5 months at a lower security prison earlier this
See, look at that. Wrongfully held for 5 months. They probably suspect him of being a gang.
year. He says the poor conditions led to an infection in his leg. He said he was lumped in and assumed to be part of a gang, and he said in part because
It's tattoos. That's why.
of how he looked. He had long hair, he said he had a long beard, and he says he has tattoos, but he points out that for him these are just artistic expressions. They have nothing to do with
Bro, living in a country like that, bro, you could never get tattoos. Oh my gosh, definitely not. It's not worth your freedom.
being part of a gang. The Bukele administration has acknowledged that innocent people have been swept up in the crackdown, and they say more than 7,000 have already been released. They see it as collateral damage.
Did you hear that? 7,000 people wrongfully incarcerated. Dang.
And Juan Carlos, while frustrated with the tactics,
Also, too, if you did not know, I am a rapper. My artist name is E.I. the King. You can check out my music wherever you listen to music. I do have another podcast, and I got a whole nother YouTube channel with my music videos with that other podcast as well. Let Me Talk, bro. And that is my official artist channel on YouTube, E.I. the King. Check me out on all socials. Until next time, it's your boy, E.I. the King.